Whatever kind of enjoyment you seek this summer, I can guarantee there is something to suit you right here in Jamaica. There's just something about this island and how we have been blessed with an abundance of natural beauty. Speaking of nature, today we left the JIS studios to indulge in a little summer fun right here at the beautiful Boone Hall Oasis. There's so much more to see and learn, so stay tuned. I'm Adrian Atkinson and this is Jamaica Magazine.
Coffee was introduced to Jamaica in 1728. Creighton Estate was established around 1765, and the Blue Mountain Range and the central region of Jamaica, which is the Grand Ridge of Jamaica, were the major coffee producing regions. Currently, we are fully certified under the Rainforest Alliance, and we are the very first entity in the Caribbean region to attain that certification. Now, the Blue Mountain Range of Jamaica is a microclimate of the island and has provided the perfect conditions for growing the Arabica coffee. A typical day in the Blue Mountain, the most sunlight is in the mornings from about 11:32 to 4 p.m. You know, this is the weather that we experience. This is a norm in the Blue Mountain. It's nothing unusual, you know, for the range to be covered with mist. And after sunset, the temperature basically goes below 20 degrees Celsius. So those are the perfect ingredients to develop high quality coffee. You know, the culture here is rich. We're an extremely creative, you know, set of people. In Jamaica, there's everything. If you're a nature lover, we have it. If you like the wetlands, we have it. You know, great coffee, you know, great food. You know, God has been good to us. You know, the God has been good to us. The universe has been good to us, you know, as a country. You know, and, this rock, I love it, man. I love it.
If you no want pop down and fenke, you fi burn mosquito and run with dengue. So no make water settle in open container. For them to read up under the danger. Usher them out, run them away. Slap them with the zapper and down them with spray. Use mosquito net and mosquito screen. Protect your household, now make them come in. If you no want pop down and fenke, you fi burn mosquito and run with dengue.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
If you're looking to spruce up your home with perhaps some new furniture, home decor pieces, consider acquiring same from local craftsmen. After all, when we buy Jamaican, we build Jamaica, and we do have some talented artisans producing work of impeccable quality.
For your household furnishing and decorative pieces, local artisans can fulfill your desires. From the bedroom to the dining area, your entertainment room, and even your walls. Exquisitely designed pieces that will make your guests wish they could stay.
As part of our local economic development support program, we host a number of business fairs. Today we're having a furniture fair where we're trying to showcase those businesses that deal with the crafts from the downtown area. If you travel along Harbour Street downtown, you will notice a number of furniture stores with different things on the sidewalk. And we consider a number of those products to be of high standard. A standard that you will get in any stores that you will go in and around downtown as well as uptown. So we wanted to bring into Emancipation Park those products of persons who are in homes and in businesses to see what we have to offer, the indigenous skills and craft from Jamaica.
The exhibits here are actually really lovely today. Like especially the natural, I think it's a natural furniture place. They actually have some really nice stuff on display.
I believe in nature taking the dominant role in everything we do. So I want to highlight the beauty of nature, and that's why I go for stuff that look the way nature presents it already. Anything you can conceptualize, I try to bring it to life. I do door, countertops, accent wall, the whole decor pieces. It's a nice coffee table, two cedar limb, I put them together with a resin inlay. So I pour the epoxy called liquid glass. Yeah, I love to work with that to create the binding, but it also comes with a lighting underneath it to really illuminate the whole thing in the night. Another piece of the same cedar tree. If you notice how the termites heat it out, but I treat them to ensure that nobody have termite in their home. However, It's the termite in it that causes the different looks, the rotten here. They heat it out, but when you put a finished touch to it, it's going to come out beautiful. So my beauty is what you consider to be ugly and distorted. I just bring a little beauty touch to it. This is actually is a dinner table for about 3 or 4 chairs. Put a little piece of nature to it. So it comes with a wood roots of a orange tree, and it's also a guango base and a guango top. These wall pieces are what a Jamaican famous wood called lagwood. Growing up in the country, I always love it, so I bring some little touch to it to finish them, but it's all natural.
Uniwick has been around for over 25 years. We manufacture wicker, rattan, and we also do fully upholstered furniture. The wicker industry right now, the importation is giving us a beating right now, to be honest. Right? So customers are normally going for the plastic furniture, but we're coming to durability. The wicker is the way to go. So we'll normally recommend, and we're saying to the customers, the plastic furniture normally ends back up to me because it cannot take the rain and it cannot take the sun. So it comes back to me to cut it off and put on the wicker.
I did look at some of the furnitures and things, and it looked nice, looked interesting.
We sell furniture, mainly beddings and living room items. Once it's made from wood, we make it. What we have here on display now are made from maho. That's a national wood. Purchase of maho from the people who cut it. You can purchase from the forestry department. We use the maho, we use the Spanish elm, cedar, and mahogany. Those are what we mainly use. They are more comfortable working with, and they give you a proper finish, lasting, life-lasting products you get from them.
I think this is a great event, and STC should really look into having monthly booth like this.
We started 28 years ago, believe it or not. We cater to hotels, villas, private people, doing furnishings with Jamaican bamboo, totally Jamaican products, all handmade. And we use the internet to market and a website, Facebook. And we've been in a few shops, but at the moment we aren't in any shops, we're just in online. I was showing you our bath rack earlier, and we do pendant lamps, cluster lamps, every type of lamp you can think of, ladders, shop fixtures for hanging clothes, displaying shoes, as well as your regular furniture, bedside tables. Bamboo itself is one of the most environmentally friendly plants, so by cutting bamboo down, you're increasing the growth of bamboo and takes out carbon dioxide out of the air, and it's good for the environment. Plus, it's a very strong material, so it's very durable, and in places like by the sea, it doesn't rust. So we use bamboo dowels, no nails and things like that, so no rusting. We also create very comfortable designs, so everything is designed for luxury, comfort, put your legs up, get back,
I saw this piece from a mile. It's like a city. Looks like a city, you can see. The buildings, the road, some of the other buildings. But I want it for my studio. And it represents like naturalness. So I'm gonna put these pieces in my studio.
I have on display abstract pieces. Abstract pieces on canvas, paper, and PVC. The colors here today are based on PVC material, canvas, as well as paper. And they are colors inspired by people around me, my family, my son, my wife. So yeah, they are bright colors. Buy local, because we have tremendous products locally. And when we buy local, we provide the bread for more than one of us. So we need to grow our economy. And the best way to grow our economy is to buy local.
For over 40 years, the European Union and Jamaica have enjoyed a partnership built on shared values, trust, and respect. Through a joint cooperation program, the EU is supporting Jamaica to achieve its development goals outlined in Vision 2030. Key areas of support include justice, financial reform, poverty reduction, health, environmental protection, and agriculture. Jamaica and the European Union, promoting sustainable development and creating opportunities for all Jamaicans.
It's interesting to know that while we are a tropical country and enjoy warm weather all year round, there are places where it gets relatively cool or even cold. In our next summer temperature feature, we take you to the cool hills of Manchester, where you'll find the Marshall's Pen Great House.
A land with a blue depth of Caribbean Sea embracing its shores, with trees shading your backs, with the wind gusting through the branches to play a reggae beat on our skins, and above all, a land with a tropical climate. It's warm weather all year round, but with a slight variation between summer, winter, and a little more variation between hot and cold, just cool enough. This is Jamaica, and this is a cool summer in Jamaica. If you want to experience a cool Jamaica this summer, an ideal place to be would be cool Mandeville, but not just anywhere in Mandeville, Marshall's Pen Great House. And this is where my next summer stop took me.
We're at my home and private nature reserve, which is Marshall's Pen in Mandeville. So Marshall's Pen is located north of Mandeville, in a village called Miketown. It's like the rest of Mandeville. It's a little bit cooler, not as cool as it used to be, but it's still cooler than Kingston.
This natural reserve supports many endemic and rare species of plants, birds, and reptiles. So if you're keen on learning about the beauty of nature, then you'll fall in love with this 18th century property.
Marshall's Pen is unique because of its location with mid-level forest, and to be so close to Mandeville and still have a lot of good quality forest. Jamaica has altogether 30 species of endemic birds, and 23 of those can be found right here. So as far as possible, I try and grow endemic and native species in the garden. So some of them are found here naturally, and some I bring from other places. Some examples are the Pitcairnia bromeliad, which I brought here from Dolphin Head. It has some lovely red flowers and attracts hummingbirds. There's also the vervine, which has pink flowers and attracts hummingbirds as well. Very, very pretty. We also have some herbaceous plants like ramgoat dashalong. It's called that because it's reputed to have the quality of natural Viagra. A lot of people drink it. I don't. But yes, so the scientific name is Turnera ulmifolia. So also in the garden we have some very large and very old trees, and they're covered with bromeliads and orchids and other sorts of epiphytic plants that grow on the tree but don't damage it. And many things live inside those plants. So we have the whole ecosystem in the tree. Royal palm trees are also endemic. They're another good bird feeding tree. The fruits are loved by things like white crowned pigeons or ballpates. We have one of Jamaica's prettiest lizards here, if people can think of a lizard as pretty. I do. And that's the Graham's anole. The scientific name is Anolis grahami, and it's endemic to Jamaica. It's not found anywhere else, but it has different colours across the island. So here it's turquoise and orange and green and blue. We have 3 different hummingbirds in the garden: red-billed streamer-tail, the vervain hummingbird, with the smallest, which is almost the smallest bird in the world, and also the mango hummingbird, which is larger than the streamer-tail but dark and has some red colour. We also have lots of butterflies, dragonflies, and beetles, but one interesting one is the brightly coloured orchid bee, which is a turquoise colour, and you'll see it in my garden, you see it not so much on orchids, but on the anthuriums, where it's collecting the pollen from the flowers of the anthurium, and it's going to use the scent to attract other bees.
This isn't only a place to enjoy the gifts of nature. Learn some more about our history as you enjoy this summer, like what it might have been like in the time of coffee, or the features of historic building designs.
The house was built probably in the early 1800s, and it has a traditional style of building. It had a wooden frame made out of Jamaican hardwoods like bullet and cedar, and the corners are made out of cut stone, and the spaces between them are filled in with what they call Spanish wall, which is made out of stones and red dirt, what they call red dirt mortar. Well, if you're walking around, you can also see the barbecues, which doubled then as now as a place to catch water. So there's no surface water here, so we have no springs, no wells, no other source of water but rainwater. And that's all caught on the roof and on the barbecue areas around the house, which are in the traditional style. And they were also used for drying coffee because this was a coffee property. Coffee really ended in the 1840s, and since then it's been a cattle property.
But the coffee storage house is now a cottage, so you can definitely stay over and enjoy eco-tours like bird watching and...
A lot of writers, bird watchers and artists love to come here to enjoy themselves, especially in the summer when it's cooler.
And just like that, a cool summer can be had in or Jamaica. There's somewhere here fitting for just about any temperature you'd like to experience.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the recently commissioned $1 billion floating storage and regasification terminal by New Fortress Energy will reduce the cost of energy to Jamaicans.
There are other countries who may be saying being environmentally conscious is too costly. But I think we are demonstrating that we can put in place the necessary investment, build the infrastructure that both reduces the cost to the consumer, but also, most important, reduces the cost to the environment. And I think this is a very good example of that. It's a win-win for all of us.
Jamaica is among several Caribbean countries slated to benefit from financial support from the United States Agency for International Development to implement alternative energy projects.
If we succeed in finalizing a Caribbean energy sector loan guarantee, we stand to leverage millions of dollars in not just U.S. private investment, but Caribbean private investment in a sector that is well on its way to being more energy secure and sustainable, and able to deliver reliable and affordable power for the people and businesses of Jamaica.
Government has signed a memorandum of understanding with Carib Cement to dispose of over 2 million old tires currently stored at the Riverton City disposal site.
Carib Cement will be responsible for the payment of costs relating to the offloading of the tires, and the Ministry of Local Government and the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation will share equally in the cost of unloading, that is, putting the tires on the trucks and transporting them to the kiln.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has directed the National Works Agency and the China Harbour Engineering Company to have the three major corporate area roadworks, 3 miles Hagley Park, Constant Spring and Manor Park, completed by September 1.
An entire market force has now been unleashed by the development of this, and you're going to see the transformation happen very soon. You're going to see people making greater investments in their property to expand them, to improve them, and you're going to see new industries taking a keener look at Jamaica. So these kinds of infrastructure will make it will actually improve Jamaica's attractiveness as a place for doing business.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has activated its National Ebola Virus Disease Response Plan to prevent or limit the impact of the disease affecting Jamaica. It's in response to the World Health Organization declaration that the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo is now a public health emergency of international concern, even as the global risk outside Africa remains low.
I want to make it clear that Jamaica is nonetheless preparing for any eventuality, although this is not a call for panic. It's just to be prepared.
Meanwhile, the health minister is reporting a major decline in the cases of dengue.
So we have seen a fall off, Mr. Speaker, but nevertheless, we're not going to take it for granted. And indeed, we have seen some months having a slight uptick, but certainly nowhere near where it was back in January of this year.
Cabinet has awarded a $1.2 billion contract to Astrom Building Systems Limited to carry out infrastructure works on Phase 4 of the Twickenham Park housing development in St. Catherine.
The company will also undertake supporting civil infrastructure works to include roadways, stormwater, drainage systems, potable water distribution systems, sewage network, emergency procurement, and other important aspects of the development.
Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport Olivia Grange announced in Parliament this week that the National Cultural and Creative Industries Council was up and running.
The council, which resides in my ministry, is now poised to take on the collation of data on the industry. This is essential for decision making. We have been speaking about the paucity and inaccuracy of data for a very long time, and so we are ensuring that this is done.
Finally, 3 additional entertainment zones have been declared by the government. Waves Beach, Fort Clarence and Hellshire in Portmore are the newest spaces in which any legal entertainment or sports activity can be staged any time of day or night unhindered, as long as the organizers are mindful of the historical value of such sites. And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolfe.
The following is brought to you by MOCA, the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency with kind support of NIA and USAID.
Criminal minds think they are cunning. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency have them running. Your friend a shout, come here. Take time running, are we ready for the ops? Drive up on your block, step out now the block, cyber take about your laptop. Pull up every lock, no evidence to drop. We put it in a cuffs and now we have the underground. Sin you say scam, you better look out for. When you move corrupt, better look out for. Please say you get wet, look out for. Look out for, look out for. From you say scam, you better look out for. When you move corrupt, better look out for. Please say you get wet, look out for. Look out for, look out for.
The proceeding was brought to you by MOCA, the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency with the kind support of NIA and USAID.
MOCA, MOCA.
Oh, what kind of ESN paper this?
I'm a bird certificate.
You what?
Bird certificate.
Hold on. Let me help you.
Where are you?
Me apply for your birth certificate online from the RGD website. Your lucky things improve and get easy now. Is there nothing a security feature? All your granny could have write this.
Transformation is happening across the public sector. Many services are now available online. We are building a better public service for all. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
I love waking up every day in this country. This is where I was born and raised. I have such a passion for my country, and for me this is home. In Jamaica, a lot of people, they look at just like beach, sea, sand, but our mountains are something to behold. It's majestic up there, and it's a different type of peace. It's a different type of lifestyle completely. I could mention many different places that are amazing, but the one thing I do love about Jamaica as well is that you can find that relaxation, you can find that chill in your backyard. apart from it being an incredibly beautiful country, an incredibly beautiful island, we have a wonderful, wonderful culture, wonderful, vibrant, colorful people. There is definitely a realness to Jamaica. There's definitely something that no matter what keeps you in touch with reality here. Why come to Jamaica? It all comes back down to Jamaica as a whole. You know, the food, the music, the culture, the people, the climate. Come out and meet us, come out and experience what Jamaica has to offer.
We are taking it to the streets now to find out from some Jamaicans about their favorite places to visit for summer, for fun, or even relaxation. Come with us.
Yeah, I like to visit Ocho on the beach because Ocho is a nice cool out spot, and I just like to visit North Coast all the time.
For me, summer beach. Somewhere from Montego Bay, Negril, because that's where the beach is. Zooming no beach at the thought, so that's where the beach is, and I really enjoy the traveling. So I can't take the close space. I like to be out, enjoying myself. So most likely that sometimes.
Well, I like to visit on the waterfront, go there chilling and relax, take in the warm sun and the cool breeze.
Well, honestly, either the zoo, the new Jamaica Zoo, or down by James Bond Beach.
Time sure does fly when you're having fun, or like in my case, when you're having a relaxing day in the most scenic and tranquil environment such as this. As we close the pages for Jamaica Magazine today, we remind you that you can watch this and other programs on the JIS YouTube channel. We want to hear from you, so visit our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter pages where you can always drop us a line. On behalf of the entire production team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.